Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Cowboy B over here at Wet Jet Performance, and I am back to show you the new vents that we have for the RXPX and the RXTX. These are specifically made for the ST3 hull and the 21 and up RXPX. These aren't regular NACA vents or something like that. These are molded, as you'll see in the video. Later on, I'll show you the process, and well, the end of the process, where we test fit everything and we literally cut up an RXTX and an RXPX to have them made to exact specs, because nobody wants to rivet. We did the rivet in the beginning and made them in a special way that they fit the ST3 hull instead of cars. This one takes out the guesswork, and all you do is silicone, and we're going to do the install video for it today, plus show you one that was older and ordered for a car, and show you that it do not fit, because I've seen a lot of people say, hey, I don't want to give that guy at Wet Jet that much money for his R&D and specific product that's actually patent pending for this design. And they go out and get a car vent and they cut a big hole in here, and then it doesn't fit, and then they call old Cowboy wondering how to fix it, and all I do is chuckle and laugh at them. So pay the money once. It's a $20,000 machine. Get what's made for it, not what's made for your Honda Civic and trying to put it on here. So let's get to the video. All right, we got everything here. You got your templates. We're gonna cut on the cut line. We got the tape. We got a sheet there so we can cover, because we don't want dust getting everywhere. You're gonna need your cutout tool. We'll show you, in your silicone. We'll show you how to get all that done. But you need everything so you can get rear ram air, and you guys seen the video. It's proven speed, proven acceleration, and you don't have to be a seat off bandit riding around unsafe or in an unrealistic way to get performance numbers, and you put your seat on and you're depressed because those 4 or 5 miles per hour you gain are gone. A lot of people have used these. We sold over 250 of the first rendition. We were actually over 300. And now we're moving on to this version that everyone will like better. But man, I just gotta say, the front ram air looks so sexy, and you get air going through here, right into the hull. If you wanna spend the money for this, this is the way to go. But if you want best bang for your buck, you can spend about 25 to 30% of that money and go with the rear ram air. You can't beat it. Everybody's used it, nobody's sank. So let's get to the point of the install. So when you first get started, you're gonna map your point. These fit the ST3 and the T3R hull. And if you see here, you wanna be right about with the hump. We'll measure off, and as we do the template there, we're gonna measure everything off, and that shows you that the airflow is gonna go right to your air intake. If this was a ST3 hull or RXTX, that's back a little bit further, so obviously these are going to go back a little bit further. We don't need to show you that because there's already an install video for the RXTX. All right, this is on a 325. Want to get them in the most optimal position to get that airflow and get those miles per hour and get those performance gains. And even on a SCOM or whatever you want to use, a speed override, whether you get it from us or the other guys, it's going to work. Just get you the best bang for your buck performance and looks badass. So you want to get it in the right spot. We'll show you how everything goes, and let's go ahead and get started. We've done enough talking. Let's do some cutting. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the template out. Remember, the cut line is here, and you just cut out around it. Everybody knows how to cut a template. I'm not gonna show you all that. So once we get it up, we'll show you the rest of the video, how to line it up. All right, we got the template cut out, and this is how you line it up. Look at the white line on the 325, and it bows right there. And you'll feel the body line right here. So you want to get that in the middle of the template and get the back edge of your template, which simulates the vent. And it goes right up to the middle right here. So you're going to use the middle of that to make it work. And we'll make a mark right here. I know where it's at, so I'm not making a mark, but if you got a wax pen, put it there so everything lines up to the back make you a nice line, but old cowboy don't need that. If you need it, make sure you make the line right here, and it should be right at the peak of this white sticker right here. So the peak is right here, and if you look where I made the line, the vent's gonna point right here at your intake and get you those extra RPMs you're looking for, extra power. All right, we got it all taped up. You know where it's supposed to go. You can play with your fitment a little bit where you want to put it, but essentially you know where it's supposed to go. All right, we got everything taped up and ready to go. Make sure you get your alignment right, make sure it's straight. And this is your cut line. This is where the arrow is at. We're not cutting out here, we're cutting in here. And we got the sheet on over so everything up here doesn't get all dusty and everything. And we're gonna use the vacuum. So while I cut, I have somebody on the back side using the vacuum. If you're by yourself, you can definitely cut by yourself, but get a helper, it leaves less mess, and because you're either gonna spend a little bit of extra time doing the process or spend a little bit of extra time cleaning up. So get you some help if you can. But let's go ahead and get to the cutting, which is the fun part. All right, remember when you're cutting here that you can always cut a little bit more, but you can't put a little bit back. So cut on the line, not over the line. Take your time, do it right, get it cut good, and then use the file afterwards so you can get it all filed down and smooth and get it put in there right. Remember, you can't put a little bit back, but you can always cut a little more. Cut good. All right, we got the vents in there. I just want to show you, this is the good vent. It's not glued in. All you're gonna do is put a little pressure right here, tape it down, get your silicone on there, you're good to go. And tape everything down really, really good. And have it at the bends, and you're gonna be solid. So this folds over, conforms right to the hull. It's pretty much drop in with a little bit of pressure and some silicone. Now let me show you what's wrong. You see the hole? This has got curvature to it. You can even look at the hole and see that it curves. It has a radius. So this slight curve in there in the hole, it's a nice body line. But this is what people get off eBay. This isn't one of ours. This is what people get off eBay and they force them to fit. You stick it in the hole, look how that fits. Like hot trash. Then you're upset because your $20,000 ski doesn't fit right. And this is actually a good vent. This fits ridiculously bad, but it fits a lot better than what I've seen. Because I've seen people send me pictures, the hole's too big, or something's not wrong because they tried to use our template that we sent them, or they made their own template and something went wrong, but this will not conform to the ST3 hull or any other hull for that matter. It's gotta be completely flat because it goes for a car, man. It's not the same, even though it looks the same, even though the back opening isn't as big. I'll show you how it looks from here. Looks like hot trash. My thumb's there, my thumb's there. Look at that gap. Push it in, it's a gap, and go all the way between there. I'm gonna get you as close as I can. You can definitely see the gap. And at the bottom. That's how far it is from the hole. So no matter what you do, push it, even if you half it. I'm gonna push it in at the bottom. Look how bad it is at the top. A whole thumb can go behind there. So it's not good at all. It doesn't work. Look at it from the front. So we took our time and built these the right way, specifically for the Seadoo hull. So they fit right. So pop this out. Take this one, just pop it in the hole, slides right in, drops right where it's supposed to, conforms right to the hull. I'm not pressuring it, not doing anything. And I'm gonna run my finger down here. You see, I can't fit it back in between it. There's just an ever so slightly small gap to leave you room to seal it with the silicone. And if you was to push it, the gap goes away. Finger's not going back there at all. So after you get your silicone on, push it, seal your edge, get everything done, seal it from the backside, tape it up, you're good to go. And you want to get a perfect fit, know what you're doing, get you some clamps, clamp it at the corner right there, get you a towel right here, and get a piece of wood or anything to push this in at the bottom and have this pushed at the top. And that's how you're going to get your fitment to be aligned totally perfect. So I'm pushing it there. And I want to show you something else, because it pretty much locks in place once you get it there. But I'm going to show you this from here. To get to your back edge right here, you want to actually take that with the file, and you see how that's filed at an angle. You're going to need that angle on the back edge to make the lock for the back of the vent. So all your cuts are good. This back edge is going to be at an angle. So that's all you have to do to make them fit and make them slide in there the way that they're supposed to. And we're going to go ahead and finish that out and show you how it looks on the side and how it looks on the other side. And we'll get this baby out there so we can go get some miles per hour and look badass doing it. All right, just wanted to show you the filing process. See, we're using the file. Go ahead and smoothing out the edges, getting everything done. Rounding in the corners, making sure it's perfect fitment when you put your ram air vents in there, and they're gonna look awesome. And when you see we're going in here at this back edge, go at it at about a 20-degree angle. You're gonna have to angle that in so it seats right into the back of the vent, and you'll be locked in place, good to go. All right, now what you want to do is put you a nice bead of silicone all the way around the edge, so you can see it in here, and you just wipe off the excess. And we're going to clamp the top and use some board that we use for packing to push at the bottom. You're going to have to get something so you get a nice good fit. It goes in here. You're going to push on this end, and then we're going to clamp this end at the top, and everything else falls right into place. So we're going to go ahead and put a bead of silicone on here and get it done, and we'll show you how it is once it's all set up so it can sit for 24 hours and go ahead and cure to the side of your hull so it can lock in place. All right, we got everything put on here. Didn't want to show you that part because it's pretty obvious, but get you a clamp the top, put it on this edge. If you got one that sits up from the paint, great. If you got one of the shorter ones, you're gonna have to put the towel down like I showed you over here. And we just took packing material, put it down on the edge to push it up against it. Be generous with the black silicone. It should push out the edges, but that's no problem. Just clean it up as much as you can. And as it pushes out, and you go ahead and just wipe this down. Once it cures tomorrow, it'll peel right up, or you just wipe it off and it'll come right off, and everything will be sealed up. Everything's good to go, everything's sealed. And we're gonna leave this overnight. And no rivet. We'll know exactly what it looks like tomorrow. But it'll be the same day in this video. So let's go ahead and time lapse it and we'll be finished. All right, we're all done. As you can see, we got the sheet in here. We'll go ahead and pull this off because I didn't want my motor to get all dusty from the cutting. You see, it caught all the shards. Had the vacuum going. Even with the vacuum going, there's still stuff down here. But like my hull to be relatively clean, so it's all good to go. Let's go ahead and move it, and then we'll show you the vents. Voila, we're all done. Man, that looks icy. Get a little wiping. It's all good. As you see, there's no gap, no flex. It bows up all around the edges. No space anywhere. Zoom back out. No rivets. All good to go. Check out that point of entry right here. And I'm gonna come back around here. Bam. Blowing right on it. So that's gonna get you some crazy air and get you that power. And if it didn't work, people wouldn't take the seat off, so I don't need to show the wind tunnel test or anything like that. Since we already have it on spec, we got all the data. You can go look on the website, but this thing boogies. So as you see, it left a little bit of dust, so I got a little bit of cleanup to do. I'll get the blower and get it all done. But keep in mind that we do sell the Valvetronic doors that you can open and close with a remote, and you got the caps where you can close them full time. But when you're going 30 miles an hour and the wind shear is hitting, it's protecting the hole anyway. I've rode with these for almost 3 years and rode through storms, barely get a glass full of water in here. You have to really be doing something crazy or sinking to get water in here. So just cap it whenever you're gonna go surf riding so you don't get salt water in here. And if you're just regular riding, doing some turns of that nature and zooming around and about, man, you're fine. And plenty of people have these that can chime in and tell you that you're okay. And here it is blowing from the other side. So you got 80 miles per hour of wind coming in here from all sides and getting right to your charger, cooling your hull, giving you the ultimate cooling effect because it gets hot back here by this water box. Cools this area down 50 degrees back here. It drops. Plus, up here, we got the carbon fiber ram air that goes in here, as you saw in the video, goes here and cools from the front of the hull because we are making an air intake that goes right here. And it'll benefit from the air up front. All together, your hull is gonna go down drastically, hull temps. And you'll get the airflow in here you need so this baby can breathe and benefit from a SCOM, a stage 2, or a stage 3 tune. So just wanted to show you how lovely everything's coming together, and we do have these in stock, so go ahead and order them. We only make about 10 pair a month because these aren't for everybody. Everybody doesn't want to order, but these should sell more because you don't have to rivet or do the drill. You do the cut, do the filing, put the silicone on here, vise it on, tape it up, come back 24 hours later, you're good to go. But man, let's just go around it one more time. These look beautiful, no gaps, all on here. And the main thing is it looks OEM, doesn't look trash. And look at the end of the video, you'll see some people who made some mistakes, tried to DIY it, doesn't come out right because they don't have the skill to do it. So them trying to save $200 or $300 ends up costing them probably $1,000 to fill the hole on each side. So that's stupid. So do it once, do it right. Don't keep doing it over and over trying to save money and being cheap. We got it all done. And I'm about to get out of here for the day and get to riding. So look at that titanium. Everything looks badass. About to get out of here. I've been Cowboy B. Peace.
But why, some say, the moon? Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why, 35 years ago, fly the Atlantic? Why does Rice play Texas? We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win, and the others too.